Audio Jungle.
Harassment claims that over hundreds of women in the RCMP have filed. Our story starts off with Janet Merlin, who was first to file a lawsuit after hearing similar accusations from Corporal Catherine Galliford. Since this, hundreds of women have followed in their footsteps, claiming similar sexual assault from the same organization. In breaking news, we have Scott Trask reporting live from the local RCMP station.
Thank you, Zach. I'm here with Claire, who just left her job with the RCMP due to repeated harassment claims that were being ignored. Thank you for being with us today.
No problem.
So tell me, Claire, how did you feel management react when you filed these claims?
I felt as if management didn't take my claims seriously. My commissioner often just shrugged off the problem, and I felt like I was being seen as more of the problem than my harasser was.
What emotional distress have you been dealing with since the harassment started?
I've been finding I have a lack of motivation in my work, and I've kind of felt as if I've become a bit of an outcast in my office. And I've been dealing with some depression as well. I've also been having a really hard time dealing with this at home because I've felt as if I can't tell my friends or family what has been happening to me.
Why do you believe this issue is so prevalent within your organization?
There seems to be a serious misuse of authority within the RCMP, and the lack of repercussions for the harassers allows workers to believe that sexual harassment is okay.
What do you think that should be done to stop this problem?
There should be better training, and all employees should be fully aware of what appropriate work behavior looks like. Superiors in the RCMP should take every complaint seriously. There needs to be a zero-tolerance policy for any type of harassment.
Why did you finally take a stand and leave the organization?
Since nothing was being done, I felt as if I had no other option. Clearly, leadership isn't changing, so I felt as if I had to change.
Thank you, Claire, for all your insight on this developing issue. Now back to the newsroom.
RCMP is appointing 100 officers to investigate sexual harassment within its ranks in BC. Tonight, the first woman who spoke out against the force is saying this is a good first step, but more needs to be done.
I don't know how comfortable the members are going to feel being investigated by Mounties themselves. And so I think in the long run, it is going to have to go to an independent investigative body.
RCMP Deputy Commissioner Craig Callan says hundreds of female Mounties have told him the work environment has to change. CBC first broke the story of widespread allegations of sexual harassment within the RCMP last fall. Corporal Catherine Galliford was the first to speak out. Other former officers quickly followed with allegations of their own. A class action lawsuit against the RCMP was filed in late March.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. I'm here interviewing Constable Reed Brown about an opinion on the ever-growing problem in the RCMP. Welcome, Constable Brown. Tell me, what is your insight you have about why this has been happening so long?
I believe that the leadership in the RCMP had not been properly trained before this incident occurred to be able to take positive actions towards them. The leadership didn't know how to deal with these accusations and therefore did not take them as seriously as they should have. We obviously take this problem very seriously and are taking all actions necessary to change.
Can you go into detail about these courses of action?
Recently, Bill C-42 has been passed. This bill involves the power to fire members, the ability to investigate seriously, use public complaints as a mechanism, and help with grievance process. There are also a new gender and respect action plan. That includes 37 items to help the force respond to harassment claims.
Do you think there's a connection between all the women coming out all at the same time?
Yeah, absolutely. It just took one woman to come forward, then all the rest of them realized that other women were suffering from the same experiences with harassment as well.
Thank you, Constable Reed Brown.
Thank you.
It's outrageous. Some of this behavior that's being alleged and is being identified is unsatisfactory. I think I made my position quite clear on that. That's not the RCMP that I joined, and it's not the RCMP I will lead. I won't lead an RCMP like that. What we're doing is changing behaviors. I think that some of the things that we've talked about a lot is process. And, you know, sometimes we think that if we make our process a little bit more elaborate, a little bit more fulsome, that somehow that'll solve the problem, when really it comes down to behaviors that lead back to my two priorities, accountability and leadership. So I need our folks and our leaders to step up and change the behaviors of our people every day.
Dr. French, head of the Psychology Department of the University of Halifax. Tell me, Dr. French, how do you think sexual harassment affects women in the workplace?
In any workplace affected by sexual harassment, there will be an obvious and negative effect on any employee. These women are probably experiencing any form of depression, anxiety, work-related stress, or even some women lead to substance abuse.
What effects does this have women on the long term?
Obviously, any side effects that I'd mentioned previously will definitely enhance over time, especially if these are being hidden or no one's taking their claims seriously. This eventually leads to emotional labor, and this can be very detrimental to employees' mental health.
What do you think sexual harassment is common with management?
Any case of sexual harassment involving management, there's a clear abuse of power, and they feel that their actions will have no repercussions because they're above the law, because they make the rules.
What do you think sexual harassment in the RCMP is so prevalent?
I believe that there's a lack of guidelines that have been set in the RCMP. Management of the RCMP are still set on old leadership styles, and since the times have been changing, so should their management styles, and so should new norms that come with it. Leaders of the RCMP should have to require and complete mandatory training sessions to change any kind of leadership style, and in order to deal with sexual harassment claims, and even to deal with implementing new norms in a workplace.
Well, thank you, Dr. French, for your insight.
Thank you.
This is a situation that is taken extremely seriously, and consequences will be severe. Thanks to Scott Trask for all the coverage, and we will be informing you with any upcoming information available. And for now, I am Zach Franco, reporting live from Channel 6 News Studio here in Wolfville. Stay classy, Wolfville.
Audio Jungle.